Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, we're live.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to the 8 o'clock podcast here at South-Afrifur. Stop doing that. Once again, our hosts, Accretion, Inapa, and Scratcher here with you tonight, as well as myself, Ivic. Tonight we have Bandit, who's actually Electric Cat's assistant in respect to her art, with us tonight. We're also probably covering a couple of other interesting topics, especially the IMVU or IMVU or whatever the hell they call that thing. Sort of what is it, a debacle? Would you call it a debacle?
If you want to state it like properly, I'd call it an acquisition.
Well, yes, it is an acquisition, but the thing is that the entire thing surrounding it is pretty much a debacle. Wait, hold on, you can put in that face again?
What face?
The face that you posted, this one. Actually, I'll put it down.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's any amount of big change. Yeah, no, not that. Fuck. I hate that fucking face. No, not that. It's, yeah, like I said, I wouldn't call it a debacle. It's just sort of a,
it's a
very
choice
drama
that was
caused by
made.
change.
It was a choice that was made that some people don't agree with, some people do. Some people actually, I mean, to an extent, I also find that it's probably a very, very good idea to get a company in that's willing to spend money on it, and then also be able to run it by yourself.
Yeah, okay, the money coming into it is kind of good, I guess, but, I mean, okay, well, firstly, since we're going to go down this road while we wait for, no, Kane, I think it's just this, like, 8 o'clock podcast, yeah.
Listen,
but, we just ate every time. Yeah.
This is really random, but my avatar is now the right side up.
Congrats.
No, your avatar was the wrong side up.
No. Remember, mine and Ivic's is upside down.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is mine the right side up now?
Because you're awesome like that.
You know, Windows does this thing when you rotate the picture in the image view, it saves it that way when you exit. Let me change that. This is really strange.
He's right side up, dog.
Alright, let's see if it auto-updates. I don't think it will. But it's really weird. Where's that image? Which one is it? Let's try it. Nah. There we go. That's weird. Freaking Microsoft. Anyway, sorry, go on with the topic that you were talking about.
Wonderful. I mean, the thing is that you just segued away, like, insanely. Well done. Cool. Okay, so image issues aside. In the IMVU, the IMVU acquisition is probably one of the better things that could happen, if anything.
Yeah, sorry, before...
A little bit of it, actually, there is, in fact, a Flavor article that's been released recently as well that has its own opinion based on it. And I mean, the thing is that it's not a bad article. It says exactly what it needs to say. It's just that it's not. I'm going to post it onto the site. I should got it straight up from Green Reaper while we were having a chat about it. There it is. So yeah, I mean, like I can actually read a couple of these things here. Just give me a second.
Great, IMVU buys Furaffinity. Very fans respond, yes, because that is where the entertainment lies, not the actual happening where everybody is throwing poo around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that there have been some responses. Oddly enough, some of the responses are pretty interesting. IMVU has now apparently attempted to, coin a specific hashtag phrase, Furaffinity.
Yeah.
There was a response to it actually by one of the people on Twitter that said, you know, the image of the out of touch dad who tries hard to stay hip and cool with it.
That's how it looks like.
That does look. And the thing is that, you know what, a lot of the responses have always been relatively well sort of thought out. The people who do respond are the people who actually care and matter, I think.
I responded and I just said, what did I miss?
A lot.
You care.
Walls and walls of text. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's kind of to be expected because it's the whole sort of lolfers just wanting to change, let the drama ensue kind of thing. But yeah, I personally myself don't think it's that much of an issue. I mean, yeah, I think it should be good for the site to get a little bit of extra traffic money and whatever. I mean, I don't know exactly what IMVU's like final goal with it would be, what they're trying to achieve out of it, instead of just like an interesting acquisition or, heaven forbid, stealing someone's original characters from there, or whatever the other fear was that everyone's bitching about. But
doesn't IMVU actually correlate more to like instead of a 3D social interaction program, isn't it more when you Google it, it looks more like a dating thing?
I'm unsure.
It is, look, to an extent, it's just a shitty version of SL.
Shitty version.
Okay.
But this is absolutely true. The thing is that, and I mean, it's not just furries that have been responding on this. Like, the people from VU themselves also bitch about this site as often as possible.
Which
I mean, IMVU.
Itself.
Okay. Yeah, people who are from there. If I have a look here, IMVU does not care about their customers. They don't even care about their content creators, the very people who, without them, IMVU would be absolutely nothing. They never listen to what their users ask for, or if they do, they add the requested feature under the VIP package, which is a monthly paid subscription. Not to mention that they love to take previously available features that you have forever and tack it to the VIP subscription to make it a monthly too.
Ugh.
One of the other things that somebody actually did, and I'm going to post this on as well.
Why does this sound like the EA of like Second Life?
No, Second Life and IMVU have nothing to do with one another.
Okay.
No, it's like referring to. It sounds like EA made IMVU and somebody else that actually likes making things made Second Life.
yeah. This sounds like the kind of treatment that a lot of studios get when they are no longer of use to EA.
I would be fucking glad if EA bought Furaffinity.
Oh God, no, Jesus.
No, but there was that one guy. I read through the forum because I'm part of that forum on Furaffinity forums, where that one guy replied with a post that was made on Twitter by, what's this guy's name? A dude that claims he owns 50% of Furaffinity. And we did a little bit of, and that it was sold without his knowledge. Mm-hmm. And we did a little bit of background check on it, and apparently this guy needed to open his mouth 7 years ago when, because he was a coder of it, and that was his agreement. But apparently he should have spoken 7 years ago and stuff. I don't know how that will play out in court or anything like that, if it even goes that far.
Look, it's going to be a very long process if it does go to court. And the thing is that, I mean, the last thing we need is to have outside, like, lawyers involved in a very, very internal battle.
Unfortunately, in a podcast live stream, I have to remain exceptionally biased.
What? You have to?
Well, I can rip on furries, but I don't think it's a good idea.
Yeah, you're kind of not really playing to the proper audience in that case.
No, I'm not talking about
silly man.
all furries. I'm talking about certain furries, and I don't think that's a good idea. So, but it doesn't really. I don't think it will affect the site that much. I don't even think the site will be affected anyhow, as people describe it, that there's going to be this exact censorship on everything, because apparently IMVU people did. Well, as the argument goes on, they actually cleared it, and then the argument continued. remember, the guys responsible for Furaffinity is still responsible for Furaffinity. It's just now they are employees of IMVU.
Yeah.
So if they don't do their jobs right,
They get fired.
they
or
get
they
fired. So they still need to maintain the site as it is. If they're going to start losing furries like at a massive rate, then obviously it's not going to look good.
Speaking of which, on this article,
Okay, can you chat and then I'm just quickly going to put
yeah, no
this
problem.
person on the call.
Fur-friendly on-site weasel experienced a traffic spike in the night of the announcement, while Ink Bunny saw 15% more users than normal. Responses similar to those seen in past instances of drama or downtime involved in Affinity.
The fact that they're starting to link like migrations of furries on different sites to the drama caused is already sort of a warning sign. Just saying.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like that furry drama can be used as a timeline.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm adding this person. Just like to find out, because I'm gonna need to put this on, what is this person's username?
Bandit with double T. Let me
Sure,
see
let's
here.
give away this information.
Yeah, but no, but, I'm talking about the username, the persona name.
Bandit Tycoon.
Okay, cool.
Although on Skype he's known as Batshit Tomfool.
Yeah, which is really funny.
How's it, Batshit?
Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Alright, I'm sure Ivic already was informed of what happened, so everything's moving on.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely, yes.
Love your icon, by the way.
My
Bloody
aircon.
amazing. Your icon, yes.
Oh, my icon. I was about to say, if you're in an aircon, it's my CPU fan.
Your aircon's awesome. It's just coming
I can
through my
feel it
bloody
from here.
computer right now. It's awesome.
Sorry, sorry, dude. What is your persona name?
On over I-
Bandits.
Bandit.
With two T's.
All right. Okay. Great. Just to make it sure.
So as we've sort of spoken earlier, just for the audience's sake, you are Electrocat's assistant.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, and also just want to give you the stream details so that if they do ask questions, you can answer them directly. Let me see here. There we go. Bam. Okay. So, first question. How are you?
I am fairly well.
Okay. And is EC alright?
EC is alright. She actually played it off like a boss, so...
Okay.
What exactly happened there? It's some kind of accident.
What happened was... she was being towed. The tow got stuck on the... Oh, fuck, sorry, let me disable the... stream volume. Oh my god, that was annoying. Sorry.
Shut up. Welcome to it.
Right, so she was being towed. The tow got stuck on the side of the wheel between the... Yeah, and next... nylon cord, the tow rope. And then next thing we know, we hear this crash and scrape behind us. She played it off very well. She came off with a scraped knee, a sore hand, and a broken toe, but she's already splintered the toe and everything by herself.
Nice.
Which toe was it?
The big toe on the left side.
Oh, that's going to be difficult to recover. Well, actually, that'll be easier to recover from, because there's a lot more blood going to the big toe than all the little toes. I've known it's been known that if one of the smaller toes, especially the second last one,
Yeah?
if that one snaps or breaks, anything like that, it's more prone to not healing at all. So the big toe is actually good. It's going to be difficult for her to walk for a while. But yeah.
The funny thing is she's actually broken a small toe before, and that did heal. Miraculously. By itself.
Well, most of the time they do bone grafts.
Yeah.
I've broken a toe once in my life. Somebody one of these grids that are on gutters, right? But it's like this big, thick metal grid that is like squares. I can't explain it. I don't know what the hell it is. But in any ways, it was just standing on its side, and somebody knocked it over on my toe. I nearly severed my toe.
Yeah.
And then I just put it back. I just put the toe back together and just lifted it up back together because the bone was completely off. And I used Friar's balsam. I didn't even get stitches. I just used a lot of Friar's balsam, and then the whole thing grew back again. And you can't even see that I damaged it now. But I couldn't bend my toe like for a year.
I wonder why.
Those of you who follow cricket, Martin Gupta, the guy who scored 237 runs against the West Indies yesterday.
Yeah.
Was it Friday? I think it was Friday. Yeah, no, it was Friday. No, it was yesterday. Oh, goodness knows. It doesn't really matter. At any rate, he's only 2 toes on one of his feet.
Does he only have 2 toes?
Yeah, he's called either. I think it's either 2 toes or Twinkle Toes. This is his nickname.
Is this 2 toes remaining or 2 toes to start with?
2 toes remaining.
Okay.
What causes that? Did he try to climb K2 or Mount Everest or what? Or did he try to hike to the North Pole or the South Pole?
No, actually, I think it was a freak accident with 2 toes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an accident with because of an accident that occurred when he was 13 years old. He lost 3 toes when a forklift ran over his foot.
But anyways, so I wanted to ask, because I asked Scratch a little bit when I heard that Electrocat as you as assistant. I wanted to actually know what is your involvement in getting the artwork and stuff done, or do you basically run like the operations of things and see draws, or what's going on?
Well, what happens is with everything that you see on her website, she does that by herself.
All right.
All the coding for the web pages, she's done all of that on her own.
Okay.
And what I actually do is there's all the emails that come from those order forms. And if it's something that needs to be scheduled or replied to, I make sure everything gets handled that, she can just from there go do the art, get it done, and then I send it off to the customers.
All right, so you have to deal with all the load of emails.
Speaking of which, I need bank details.
Yes, I do. I deal with the good, bad, and the ugly.
How's the ugly?
I'll be dead honest. Like, I'm so happy I'm not in any sort of client-facing position because public service is certainly my thing.
But regarding the commissions, is this like a very time-consuming thing, or is it a little bit more on the lighter side that can fit into hobby life?
It is actually light so that it can fit into generally most hobby lives. There's only 1 or 2 times in a whole month that you will have to sit for a good, say, about an hour, 2 hours tops, like only do that.
Okay, alright.
Apart from that, it's basically just on and off. When there's email, answer it and go back to what you're doing.
Yeah. And you are also situated in the Eastern Cape?
Yes, I am actually in Port Elizabeth.
Okay. That's interesting, because I saw that...
Is this your...
No, go on.
Oh, sorry. Lagging.
No, go on.
Sorry, I think I'm lagging a bit. Cool. Is this your full-time job, or since her sort of operation appears to be sort of fitting into a like you said, it's sort of a hobbyist's life? Is this a full-time job for you as well, or is it just sort of something you do along the side?
It's something I do along the side, as mainly helping out to mainly help out EC. But I am actually on my own personal job hunts on the for something full-time.
Okay. Cool.
And because I was just wondering.
Turn off your notifications.
Yeah, sorry, it's some rollercoaster enthusiasts emailing or not emailing, Facebooking me. What I was wondering, sorry to get back
Yeah.
on topic. We were just talking about the IMVU thing and everything like that. Now I saw ElectroCat's not Facebook, FA page.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, how do you guys, from an artist perspective, that actually makes a little bit of a living off of this, makes a little bit of money off of this. How does this affect you guys?
What with the art? But actually, it hasn't really damaged or otherwise done a life change when it comes to our personal life at all. Really, it's something that just
it's about a week old.
what?
The entire sort of acquisition and everything like that.
What we're talking about is IMVU
This
taking over.
IMVU thing.
Yes, taking over Furaffinity.
Well, we're not necessarily. That doesn't really affect what we do, but we did actually hear about that from another fur. I'm curious to see how that goes along.
How that plays out, but it's the main source is via direct communication. That's why you're there. So I don't think FA might actually be such a big problem for you, or am I mistaken?
Not at all. It's basically the only thing that really goes onto FA is the event and ref sheet uploads.
Oh yeah, you see. So you don't. The commissions aren't dealt with directly on FA and only FA. Well, a lot of people do, and that is where the whole freaking drama thing starts, where everybody is going crazy. They don't know what's going to happen with their stuff, or they don't know how they're going to commission in the future. And nothing changed, and nothing will probably change in any ways, but. I was actually kind of just thinking about how people predicted and what is going to happen and how it affects them. But yeah.
Well, I've actually heard that with the whole IMVU thing that there might be a few changes and improvements, but I don't think that they'll really, toss everybody in the water and go learn how to swim again.
Or that they would actually change particular policies to such an extent that it actually affects artists.
No, I think population on Furaffinity would drastically drop if they did that.
That's the thing. Any change with policy will cause that, even if it's for the better or for the worse.
That
I mean, the
true.
thing is that there are other sites out there, and I mean, even Bad Dragon has released a little thing talking about what they want to do.
Yeah, but the funny thing is like E61 is not actually an art hosting site, right? But it's owned by the people of Bad Dragon. You know this, eh?
Yeah.
I've never heard that before, actually.
So it's owned by the same guy. It starts with a V. I can't remember by his name.
Vercor or something like that.
But what we can maybe think when we see this is that E61 might turn into an art site. Could be.
Could be very interesting.
Instead, where you commission stuff, instead of just people uploading and tagging it correctly, and instead of just erotic art.
If I can, I'm gonna post the link, and I'm not necessarily. It's not safe for work. So, link posted about Bad Dragon.
Yeah, unless you take the last part out. The art site HTML. If you just go to banddragon.com, that might be NSFW.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Those of you who, well, I mean, at least we're not, what's the word? Any guess? So there's the link popped in for the people who are in the know. Varka is his name.
Ah, yes, that guy. Yeah, but this might be what people are looking for, because I'm sorry to say this, but Furaffinity is all technology. The site looks
upgraded.
And it's there's limitations on it. Even as any free artist, I would say people would have a better chance of actually commissioning stuff on DeviantArt.
Yeah, well, DeviantArt has a lot more infrastructure and a lot more support for that kind of stuff. It's Furaffinity, for all its population, is kind of bare bones in comparison to a lot of the other places.
But it has the highest population.
Of course.
So, Bandit, how did
well,
EC sort
The
of
whole thing with Furaffinity, though, is it's actually
Right.
seen very little development to what I've heard.
I'm not.
recently on the last just earlier. Just think about the way the notes work now, and that's it.
Oh, okay, wait, you broke up a little bit there. Can you repeat that quickly?
With FA, I'm actually relatively new to the Fur fandom. I'm in it for what, just over a year, and I've actually heard that there's been next to nothing as far as new features or the way Furaffinity works.
For the last 7 years.
Yeah, the newest thing was the way the notes are handled now, but that's about it.
Mm. Yeah, so it can do with a little bit of improvement.
This is where the guys start to get really angry because they know it, and the users know it, and everybody knows it. So, yeah.
Ivic, we cut you off in the middle of a sentence. What were you saying?
Oh, so you guys did hear me.
Yeah, we did. You were just kind of very robot-y and broken up. But yeah, we hear you now.
Okay. I was actually gonna sort of segue back to Bandit as a person.
You mean as a person?
Hew.
Okay, yeah, sorry, go ahead. I'm done.
Bandit, how did you and EC sort of like start your partnership, if that's what we can call it?
The start of the relationship or the...
No, the partnership and the we don't ask about relationships here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Not yet.
But you answered
right.
that question now.
Yeah, now you've made everybody curious. Well done.
Oh boy. Well, there's the way we first met was the South-Afrifur that's here with us, Nanook Lake.
At 2010.
Hmm?
In 2010.
No, Nanook, the illustrator that I was telling you about.
Yes, Nanook Look.
Yeah. So he actually took me to go meet EC because she was doing DJ and karaoke work at a bar. And from that, we hung out every now and then, and doing deliveries, and yeah.
All right, cool.
From there, everything just went off.
Okay. But I mean, how
Same
did you
interest,
start,
all of that.
when she pulled you into to work with, when did she actually start pulling you into to work with her in respect to her art?
Well, say it's been about, I think, 4 or 5 months.
And
And
you've known her for?
Flip, it has to be something like 2-3 years.
Okay. Marriage on the line?
Whoa!
Dude, what the hell? Don't answer that. You don't have to answer that.
You don't have to, but I'd like you to.
Okay, let's take this offline, okay?
But
If things,
jeez.
it's an idea if things are completely, stable.
Of course.
Sorry, Ivic just loses his
His shit,
Composure.
sense of decorum.
whatever it is, you fucking lost it just now. Learn to read a room, damn it, man.
But out of curiosity, so you said you're just a Uranus fandom, as she obviously dragged you into it, okay?
I wouldn't
no,
say she
Nick did.
dragged me into it. The first time we met, she just showed me some stuff. And, I thought it was really, really cool. So it went to, when we started just before we started dating and all, we actually went down, sat. She helped me design my first furry, and after there, I've just had more exposure to the fandom, the people, and you know what? It's probably the best place I've actually made friends on.
Yeah, yes, actually.
That's good.
It's quite a friendly place.
Your connection with the South African...
Ivic?
Yes, hello. I heard something connecting with South African.
Yes,
He
he cut
breaks
out.
up every now and then. His connection's kind of shoddy.
That's all right.
We'll come back to that question. I'm not sure. I actually think that Ivic was asking. But I'm going to ask, what is your connection with the South African furry fandom? The South African part of it.
As far as I know, there's been next to nothing on it. So if am I wrong on that, please correct me, because I'd love to actually see more and get involved on it.
Like 430 something people now.
Yeah, we're quite a few by
Be
now.
serious?
Yeah.
We actually exist. And we might be throwing a convention next year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mentioned that. I must have mentioned that.
Which is really cool and important information. No. But I understand. The thing is, the groups of people are mostly situated in Cape Town and Johannesburg.
Yeah, that would point that way. That is the best cities in this place. So.
But even like Durban, I think PE has a larger furry population than Durban. I don't know why.
Is this just speculation, or is this known?
No, I think it's just speculation. It's just me. But it really feels that way. So,
note here, I think we're lagging a little bit in respect to audio.
I know it is lagging, and there was a whole lot of frames dropped for a period, but there's nothing I can do about my ISP at the moment.
Aha.
So that's just that happens. I think it's lagging a lot.
Apparently I'm turning into Ellen.
Yeah.
Into Ellen,
Oh.
right? Ivic, you had a question.
Yeah, I think it was the whole, what's your connection to this furry fandom in SA?
Yeah.
Right? I think, was that it? Or was there something else?
No, he's not here.
That was, yeah.
Oh, geez, there's like a 5-second gap there.
Or something.
Oh well, that happens sometimes on this podcast. That's what makes this podcast so South African. It wouldn't be South African if this didn't happen.
If it just worked, it wouldn't have be, proudly South African.
Well, that's the general thing with South African goods, eh?
Yeah, unfortunately. I had to go fetch that rolling R really far in my past. But yeah.
Yeah. What? How bad is the lag? Well, your lag. We're not hearing you at all.
Yeah.
At all.
Then now
Now.
we're hearing you.
It comes and
Now
goes.
exactly.
Now exactly.
Let me try to restart this quick.
All right.
See you in a sec.
You know, out of shits and giggles, this brings me to a thought that at a karaoke night, EC made me sing I Will Survive, and I think that Ivic Stongle should be singing that right now.
Dude, that thing is... I don't know what he does with it. Somehow it ends up in the fridge to be cooled down or something. I don't know. It's just... we're really, really on the verge of running a Patreon or a Kickstarter or something just to get him a fixed line.
No, he really actually does that. He takes the 3G card, it overheats, and then he puts it in the fridge. Oh.
Yeah, that's...
Everybody except you and me dropped out now.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah.
Ugh, God. Yeah. Quality time. Why is it that the Cape Town lines always work?
Because you and I are close together. We're a few switches from each other.
Yeah, that's
And
really
Skype is peer-to-peer, remember?
Is it still? After
Yes.
Microsoft brought it over to
Yes.
go into the cloud or something?
Yes. You can start up Skype, right, in an organization, and when you're talking to somebody else in the same organization, it doesn't go outside with traffic.
Oh, that's cool. So it sticks to the land.
It sticks to the LAN, yes. Sorry, dude, Bandit, we lost you as well for a second.
I saw that. I was very confused.
Are you on 3G at all?
No, I'm actually on a very, very stable line.
Okay. That's quite odd, actually. Usually we don't have problems with people who are on fixed lines unless they're, halfway across the world.
Interesting. It is South Africa. Well, I hope we just don't have any more of these problems going forward. But there was something that I wanted to ask you. All right, so you're relatively new to the furry fandom. You're not part of the SouthAfrifur forum, eh?
No, I wasn't aware there was one.
Yeah, there's a forum called SouthAfrifur.co.za.
I will bookmark that on my PC, actually.
Okay, prepare for drama.
Yeah, because this is what's going on now. Everybody
Really?
is full. No, well, it's going on. It's the Furry Fandom, dude.
Yeah,
Fair point.
it will go on in perpetuity.
And it's like it's getting worse, or am I just getting deeper into it?
I think, yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
this brings me to a lovely thought on a picture I actually saw on FA. 2 FA furs in hazmat, you know, bomb suit things.
Yeah.
And the one says to the other, if you get lost, you're on your own.
I agree with that entirely. Because that is sort of how it plays out.
I'm sorry, I'm sure all of us have been to that side of FA at least once.
Yeah.
What, like the deep NSFW part?
Yes, where you don't know how the hell you got there in the first place.
It's the same with YouTube. I
Yeah.
found myself in YouTube in a part on YouTube where I'm like, how did I get here? What happened?
Yeah,
You followed 3 links.
yeah. It's basically the Wikipedia game, except you wanna like bleach your eyes afterwards.
And if I isn't even really that bad, eh? Ink Bunny is worse.
Nah.
I'm not gonna elaborate on that, but there is much worse art there than FA.
Well, yeah, no,
Remember,
that's true.
FA followed a policy to remove all that eventually,
Yeah.
and then Ink Bunny just said, "No, it's fine."
Yeah, we accept the pariahs. FA pariahs. Or whatever they're
Pariahs or Variahs?
pariah.
Pariah.
Passed out of
The,
the country.
the people even FA won't take.
Yeah. God, how bad must you feel?
Look, you can draw really abstract crap, but if you draw something that goes against some
Someone's policy then.
morals, then you're gonna then you're probably gonna get sites doing stuff like that.
You're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like E61 is far better.
All right, but I have a question because we're talking to you and not to Electrocat. I'm actually going to focus more with you and your involvement. I know it's a little bit
Yes.
strange, but it's easier to talk to a person directly in regards of this type of stuff because it's hard to get a person's personal opinion from you. You understand?
Yeah.
So I actually wanted to find out. You're new to the fandom, and we talked about this last week again. Would you ever consider
Consider
fursuiting?
fursuiting. Oh, hell yes.
Oh yes, great. South Africa is
I've
probably.
already done it.
Oh,
Lucky dick.
1 year in the fandom, and do you have a suit?
No, I don't have a suit, but my mate has actually had several suits made that she's made in the past. And what we
She
did was
makes
there's
suits.
the boardwalk here. So we all just had a fursuit day where we took turns in the suits and went around to kids and stuff, you know?
And the wind felt very well between the fur.
Oh, very well.
It's PE. I mean, not even Cape Town comes close.
So EC makes suits.
Well, she doesn't make suits that, you know, you'd sell as commissions. She's made her own suits in the past, and she's actually done she's done a very good job on them for someone who just, you know, kind of doesn't do it professionally, you know?
Do you have any links to pictures?
I think she might have a few. I'll be sure to send them for you guys to see.
Okay,
when
well,
we can
if
get a
have
hold of
her-
them.
If we have her next week, then maybe that could actually be a small preparation point.
She is an artist, so any attention to detail, I can see that actually her suits will be well. It's just that suiters, the guys that build fur suits, they have to do it in limited time frames.
Yeah.
So commissioning or taking commissions for stuff like that is a real technical obstacle, and you need to plan it and do all these things. That's one of the things. Is I bet you that almost anybody with just a little bit of access to YouTube will be able to build fursuits. It's just it's just that you're gonna, instead of taking 2 weeks, you're gonna take a little bit longer, and you're going to struggle your ass off getting the materials. Trust me, I've been there. Trying to figure out where the hell, especially in Cape Town. Why did you guys scratch? Why didn't we have like places that sell shit here?
Dude, I wish I knew.
I swear you guys do have.
Where?
It's not looking hard enough.
Yeah, maybe I'm just a little bit new here, but geez, here you struggle to get shit in Builder's Warehouse. No, for construction.
And an interesting point is that
Builder's Warehouse sucks. Price is way better.
I
as
don't know.
been
Shout
made
out to Price.
yesterday, last week, about fursuits actually, is that he, when he was still down in Bedford, Benoni, he actually knew of a person there who used to actually do mascot suits and things like that.
Ah,
That's
Yeah.
very cool.
yes, because that person you want to have that person, is it a tailor?
Yeah, I think it should be a tailor, but the thing is, was it a he or she? It was a she.
Oh, sorry
So
to interrupt,
she-
guys, but have a look
Yeah.
in the chat there. There's one of EC's fursuits.
Yeah, she's actually in chat now.
Oh, look at that! EC's here. Hello, EC.
Eh.
Okay.
Yeah, this is bad. This isn't bad.
Coloring's right, the texturing's right, everything looks good, yeah?
Yeah, and I like the bike as well.
Was that the bike that she...
It's her bike, actually.
Is that the one she fell on?
Yes, it is. The front headlight and the ones on the side's a bit damaged, but nothing that, a little TLC can't take care of.
Of course.
Man, doesn't freaking your place look awesome?
I seriously dig the bike. Do you have a sideways picture of the bike? and the suit. Sorry, I'm a bit of a biker.
Fucking gearhead.
Shut up. I'm allowed to be. I drove bike. I just don't have a bike now. I drove off-road as well. I probably do that more than actually drive on the street, especially in Cape Town, because nobody looks for cars around them. They just change lanes. They don't care. I don't know why.
Neither do
Normal
I.
people care even less for bikes, so...
If they don't even look for cars, what is the chances that they're going to see a bike? But I did that in Johannesburg. I made that statement that I won't ever drive to work with a motorcycle because I worked in the city, in the central business district. And I lived 25 kilometers away. So driving to work and back, and there were so many taxis, and they didn't care for cars. Why would they care for a bike?
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually don't care for the people inside the car. So I'm not gonna
So yeah,
put
I
up-
mean, if we can actually tap into the source that Asbjorn has mentioned, then we could actually possibly even get an outside person to actually do stuff for us, which would actually be awesome. Because I mean, if we can set up a good contract with them, say whichever way, we can have them as a contact and possibly even get them for now at least.
Who is them now, by the way?
The people mentioned by Asbjorn.
To do what for us? I blanked out a little bit in the conversation.
The entire thing about, a person who does mascots.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm with you now.
Bike's pretty awesome and stable.
What?
What are you
Shout out to
thinking?
the monster.
What monster?
She's holding a monster.
A
Okay.
Skygo, it's a chopper. How is it a 250cc?
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Is it? Wait, let me have a look here. Oh, it's okay. So it's chain and sprocket driven, not belt driven. I like that, and I also like. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I drove a Harley Davidson once. My dad's. I drove it just around the block, and I realized that I have a real issue with that motorcycle because it's really heavy, and that was it was an 1000cc or a 900 something cc, and it's so heavy that its handling is just shit.
It takes a lot to get used to bikes like that, but I had a slightly bigger bike once. It was 400 cc, just, about 300 kilograms, not too big. But I actually find, when you start hitting above 50 to 60 kilometers, it's actually a lot easier to handle.
Yes, I know, but a Harley Davidson can't go that fast.
Yeah, well, that's just inertia.
Remember, Harley Davidsons, you know why the guys put that little rubber things on the handles?
Why?
So that they can actually see if they're moving. This one
That is
guy
horrible.
at like a biker's pub actually told, my one friend actually told this to a Harley driver.
I'm pretty sure you got
Yikes.
beat the shit out of him.
No, he didn't. The guy was just like, no. But CBS number plate. Isn't that George? Muscle Bay?
I don't know. I used to be good with number plates, but I'm horrible with them now.
No, I know it because when I'm there, it's just CBS number plates, and everybody looks at me like, "Hey, you're not from around here, are you, boy?"
Yeah, because flippin' Mossel Bay is Alabama of South Africa, basically.
Not really. It's like an old pension town.
Oh, so like Florida.
Wow. You're just piling on the comments here, aren't you?
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
He's been there more than I have, so I'm sort of very much inclined to take his word for it.
Okay, so the full name is the Skygo Cyclone.
Yes.
Yeah, 250 cc, and it's obviously 4-stroke because it doesn't have the bulge thing on the exhaust.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a cool bike. I like it.
Mine is currently being fixed out of my own stupidity, but it's also a Skygo 250. Just it's got a smaller body than hers. It came out after, so I don't know why they did this, but they decided, let's make the thing smaller and just push everything closer together. Sure, you get about 20 kilometers extra with the top speed and all, but it's horrible to work on.
Some weight reduction, I suppose.
It was about 30 kilogram weight reduction, actually.
Do you know what the dry weight is of the HG250?
Of this one that my mate has,
Yes.
it's about 170.
That's really light. Okay, but it is dry weight, but that's really light.
Yeah, and my bike dry weight would be about 140, 150. These Skygos are actually quite light. They're very nice to use.
Yeah. No, the Harley that I'm talking about, that CCS Waiver 300 kg, eh?
Oosh.
And that's what I mean. It's like the handling and shit is just screwed up because of the engine, and it's also a just a 2-cylinder, and it's loud. It sounds like a boat when you start it. You know that distinctive Harley sound when you start it?
Yeah.
It sounds like that sound. But it sounds cool, and that's the thing with a type of motorcycle. It sounds cool when you drive underneath a bridge.
It does, doesn't it?
And then you throttle it. You go, "Vroom," or in a parking lot, but you don't want to upset too many people. I'm not one of those people, but it works.
I'm sorry, but the best is the tunnels.
Yeah, but I never drove through a tunnel. The only tunnel that I know of worth driving through with a motorcycle is the one here between Parel and frickin' Worcester, on the N1 here.
Yeah.
They have this tunnel through the mountain. Or through the mountain. Joburg doesn't have that. They don't have tunnels. They only have parking lots and bridges.
There is one tunnel
Where?
in Gauteng. Actually, not in Gauteng, but I mean it goes through the Magaliesberg.
What?
Yeah, from Pretoria Tuine towards Garcia. No, from Pretoria, from Pretoria west to Pretoria Tuine.
I did the toy runs. Why didn't they ever do it through there?
That would have been fun, but I mean, there's a run through there. It's single lane, and frankly, to get up there is kind of like precarious. It's difficult, but yeah, I mean, there is a tunnel there. It looks like a giant. I'm not gonna say it, but hey, yeah.
That was the funniest thing when you're a biker and you go on these toy runs and stuff. Like the toy run is basically there are It's like a charity run for kids, orphans and stuff. I can't remember exactly what, but you buy something for them and you drive. Now I drove like this TL1000, and behind me on the bike, strapped towards me, is this gigantic teddy bear that is bigger than me. And that was actually quite a funny scene.
Well, the bears in Johannesburg and in Pretoria actually also have a toy run. At every single Pride parade, they actually collect toys and things like that over throughout the sort of parade, and then give them to.
Yes.
Who do they give? Yeah, to orphanages and what.
I think if I'm not mistaken, like 5M had like a collaboration with some of the riders in Johannesburg for a toy drive like that, also with this whole teddy bear motif going on.
Huh.
Oh, come on, who doesn't love teddy bears? You can't be a fur and not love teddy bears.
I'm sorry, there's only one that I ever really want them like to sit out, and that is a Hobbs one.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm sorry, I'm probably going to be remembered for this by you bunch, but I am not ashamed to say that I own about a 1 meter tall. No, is it about 1 meter? It is about 1 meter. It's about between half and 1 meter. Sorry, not 1 meter, but it's a cat plushie that I call Tibbles.
I have about 3 plushies myself.
I don't own one.
In this crowd, it's not strange to say that at all, trust me.
Oh no, I'm just like, I'm not ashamed to say it, by the way.
My strangest plushie is a wolf with a handbag.
But yeah, I'd say the coolest plushie we have is this little dog with the press me on his bottom paw. And he tells jokes with the thickest New Jersey accent you'll ever hear. Wait, I'll bring it quickly. You can hear over the mic.
Maybe we should hear that. That actually sounds like fun. I can't believe that we just spent 20 minutes talking about bikes.
Yeah, you guys spent 20 minutes talking about.
We're sorry.
No, don't even involve me in this.
We're sorry. I mean, we have a broad fascination about stuff, including bikes.
Nerds.
You can talk about bikes. I get one your face.
This is like really funny. You just called two bikers nerds.
Nerds.
Well, are you guys ready for the dog?
Yes.
Sorry, not you.
Wait, can I just quickly reply to it? We're not nerds. Where was that? South Park, yes.
Yes.
Ah, wait.
Bit closer.
You guys hear that?
All we heard was laughter that came.
Oh, come on, wait. Let me locate the speaker. It's probably on this thing's arse with the way these people design toys. Ah, there it is. It is on its arse, actually.
Well, that's the largest part.
Hey, how can you tell when your dog is really stupid? Because he chases parked cars!
Because it chases what?
Parked cars.
Parked cars. Oh. So, I chase parked cars.
Oh, but this thing's brilliant. I picked this up at a Reggie's for like $60. It was brilliant. I just like they should have sold the thing for more. People would have bought it.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's kind of cool though. We have at the bar of my house, my parents have this like a little singing pig. He sings like I've got sunshine on a cloudy day or something like that. But the battery started running low, so whenever someone inadvertently like had it sing, it would sound like someone left the tape out in the sun forever.
And
so
it drags like that.
Why?
Why?
That's creepy.
It's really weird why it would do that. I mean, it shouldn't do that.
We got one of those giraffes that do like little dances. That was
I'm sorry,
You Are My Sunshine.
When you mentioned that thing, it makes me think of some creepy toy that's in the corner of your room at night. When you're trying to fall asleep, it's going, play with me, kind of thing.
Honestly, a toy talking to me is less scary than like these oldie porcelain dolls sitting on people's shelves.
Don't
those things are
talk
creepy
to
as
me
hell.
about porcelain dolls, please. No.
My stepdad has one of those fish that when you switch it on, it turns its head towards the people and it sings,
Oh, the big mouth bass.
"No worry, be happy, don't worry, be happy, no." You know,
Who sang that song again?
I don't know.
Anyone?
Give me a second.
Don't worry, be happy.
That
Yeah.
was Bob Marley, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
I want to say that, but I also want to not.
Bob McFerrin.
Was it?
Yeah,
Bob.
Bob McFerrin.
Committed suicide, apparently. Wow, that's a weird turn of
That's
events.
like Robin Williams morbid.
Yeah.
Too soon. Too soon. Bobby McFerrin, it's fine, but nah.
I
Not
didn't
that
make a joke about it. I made a comparison. God rest his soul.
Also,
When's the
also, I've actually been waiting for an opportunity to say this, but rest in peace, Terry Pratchett.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, really?
Yes.
like last week Thursday.
Last week Thursday, yeah.
Yep.
No, that's horrible.
There was to anyone who actually knows the Terry Pratchett books, which I don't, I had to be clued in about this. Like the last few tweets on his Twitter were actually very sort of touching.
Mm-hmm.
Like the third last one apparently had in all caps it said "It is time, Sir Terry," which is like in all Terry Pratchett's books, death always speaks in capital letters.
Always in caps, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's something about and for the last time they treaded over the black sands, the end, or something like that. Let me check.
I mean, he died very young as well. It's almost shocking. I mean, he died at 66.
Yeah, well, I was fighting dementia most.
But it wasn't dementia. It was Alzheimer's.
It was Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but he died of a completely different thing.
Yeah, here it is. The third last tweet. Oh, there's another one with a picture in it or something. It's in all caps. It said, "At last, Sir Terry, we must walk together." And the next one, Terry took Death's arm and followed him through the doors and onto the black desert under the endless night. The end.
Sure.
Oh, that is good.
In regards to the Terry Pratchett thing, I know my sister read his novels quite well. I actually didn't. I can't engage in that type of fantasy because it was a little bit too much. It was like really over the top for me. The Terry Pratchett books.
It was farcical a lot of the time. That was pretty much what Discworld was based on.
Yeah. But yeah, it's sad. I mean, it is also a brilliant mind that had to deal with issues like that. But out of that concept, I think the only legit like person that died doing what he does is probably still Steve Owen.
Yeah.
Like he died by getting hit with a stingray, getting stabbed with a stingray fucking tail thing.
The amount of jokes that year, though, wow.
But like Colin McRae, he died in a helicopter accident.
Mm.
I mean, seriously. I would have thought he drove off a hairpin turn on a canyon.
But the issue is that he also killed his entire family.
Ugh. I didn't even know that.
He was flying his family, and the thing is that he was going too low and he crashed into trees.
Ugh.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Things, was he trying to do a stunt or?
No. He was commuting.
Right.
Sorry. You said a chopper.
In a helicopter. And then you get nutcases like Travis Pastrana, everybody from Jackass, and those guys still walk the earth.
Yeah.
Bamajero. No, it wasn't Bamajero. Was it?
Who's that one guy? He's like a big sort of base jumping and wingsuit enthusiast.
Jeb Corliss.
I think that's him, yeah.
Jeb Corliss that almost died jumping off of Table Mountain. That broke basically everything lower than his pelvis.
Yeah. He lost also a friend who was a fellow, like, base jumper and whatnot. They were trying to do this sort of dual jump where he was going to go over a bridge and the other guy he went under, the other guy went over.
I saw that YouTube video. That is the most horrid thing that I've ever seen in my entire life. I actually thought it was edited.
Yeah.
But if you see the crowd's reaction, you realize that it's not. Because you actually hear it. Like,
Guy hits the side of a bridge at 100 miles an hour with just his body. That's weird. That's like...
Yeah, that is horrid. But did you see the one with Jeb Corliss off of Table Mountain?
No, I didn't actually.
Google it. It's just crazy. And he survived. He actually hit the ground. But he survived.
Huh.
And he's base jumping again.
Of course he is.
This is what I don't understand about these guys. Let's do it again. We nearly died doing it. It's fun.
That's what these
They have
guys
a
get
death
the job.
wish.
Yeah.
I think I know the level. I think I'm a very big thrill ride enthusiast, and I think what happens is the stuff gets tame for you, and you need that boost, right? Those type of... I'm not an adrenaline junkie, but those type of adrenaline junkies are like that. I've been around a lot of skydivers and stuff like that. They do it for... they're addicted to it like a meth addict is addicted.
To meth?
To meth.
Yeah.
They do it for that rush, that adrenaline. And they're actually addicted to that. So that's why they would continue doing it, because it's all their life is based on, you know?
Like, their brain only functions, like, normally in
those situations where they're filled with all the adrenaline, and you can only get adrenaline when you're in when you're scared, and those guys are only scared when they're in actual real danger.
Mm.
Well, I mean, back to somebody like Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin was probably one of the biggest and most prolific people to have actually brought a lot of people to nature conservation and things like that, just for his enthusiasm.
Of course.
And I mean, like, I respect that man very, very, like, much. He's an amazing person.
Mm-hmm.
As sort of controversial as he was when he dragged his child to go see something.
But do you know what? And I already said this on the WhatsApp groups before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Steve Irwin don't like at all, and I don't like this thing at all as well. He can deal with snakes. Oh, I can't. He deals with spiders, freaking crocodiles, you name it, right? Stingrays, sharks.
Yeah.
You know, there's one thing that he's afraid of more than any other animal.
Spiders.
A centipede.
Okay.
A centipede.
A centipede. He just can't handle it. I saw it on the shows. He's completely afraid of it.
That's weird.
That's not weird. It makes a little bit of sense. Centipedes are aggressive and they are poisonous.
Of course they are. Because God doesn't hate us enough.
Yeah, they have to look fucking bad and be able to kill you. And I just can't... If there's a centipede... I saw one in Johannesburg that's basically almost the length of my forearm.
Mm-hmm.
Crawling out of a skirting in a room once. I died. I saw a lot of the things before, but none that big. And I just took a stance and said, if there's anything that I have a major phobia for, it's those things. Fuck those things. They shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Didn't they find like skeletal sort of remains of prehistoric ones that were about like the length of 2 cars or something?
Yes, but those they eventually evolved from those things, and yes, those things are just probably as horrid. But anyways, we're veering very, very far off topic, by the way.
Yeah.
And it started with the bikes, now that I remember. Sorry.
Yeah. Nerds.
Bandit.
Yes.
I saw you're an artist as well.
I practiced, but, you know, something that still continues to really get a knack at me is the facial structure of an animal, so...
Mine is mostly sort of hands and 3D body proportion mostly. Like the head I can draw okay, but from different angles that sort of irritates me. I don't have the whole 3D concept down just yet.
I wouldn't say if I keep the art cartoony, I don't struggle with the head, right? Hands is terrible. But when I try to draw anything in more realism, obviously it gets more difficult. But I'm much more able to draw anthro character than a human face. If I have to draw a human face, that shit will land there in the Rage comic section of something.
Yeah, no, I completely understand.
And it will become one of those memes like, Mother of God.
Those like really derpy faces.
Yeah. There was a time where we actually did this thing on FAF called the I actually want to start it up on the SouthAfrifur forum, but I know not a lot of the people are into drawing or even into trying to draw, right? It's the comic starring forum members. Then you start a thread, and the thread says, okay, whoever replies will be drawn, but they need to draw something. So whoever draws the comic will get drawn themselves. And you just draw some panels. Freaking some of the guys drew stick figures, right? Because they can't draw. And it turned out to be one of the most successful threads on that entire site. I'm talking about, we had to go over to 2 because we reached page 600 and something.
What?
Yes.
How do you even follow something that long?
Yes, and if you start it from the beginning and read it through, you just continue and you sit and you don't sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning, and because you're like, what the fuck, this is so shit funny. But it practices your sense of humor, and in the meantime, it also practices your drawing skills, because these people don't draw, but now they do. Now they actually did. And in that thread, you could actually see a person progress.
That's cool.
And another person, including myself, which is the worst, right? That I actually, okay, now I have to draw, so let me draw something. And then I got drawn, and then I draw something again, then I got drawn again. And you go forward and forward like that. And that was actually a very successful thread. I want to start that in a SouthAfrifur, but I'm not too sure how many people will actually participate in that, because we're talking about a furry site that has a lot more members, and even though it has a lot of replies, it doesn't really have. It's nothing compared to the amount of members on that site. So I'll probably do it.
Sounds like fun, actually.
It won't kill anyone.
Yeah, and then it would be one of those threads that it's unread and it remains that way.
Lol.
Or unreplied and it just remains that way. Nobody wants to draw shit.
Maybe someone necros it.
And it's for free. Who draws free art? Of somebody.
Yeah, some people do.
It's supposed to be doodles. That's the main thing. It's just doodles. But then you get like pissed off, because then these people come in that as I doodle something, it will usually look really shit, right? And then this person that draws a reply to that in like no time at all, because now you can actually see it live how long it takes, right? And then it's this masterpiece. And I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Like, I can't compete with this.
It's so unfair, but yeah. One of those people were, 2 of them were Faye and Dio, but yeah, they're really good sketch artists. They just draw. And the other guy was Gibby. I don't know what his name is now on the site. If the people change their usernames at one stage like crazy.
Yeah, what is that? Because I did notice there was quite a, going through if and looking at art and stuff, there were quite a few people that jump accounts and stuff.
Yeah, they changed the Sonos, so they wanted to jump accounts. It's not viable for a person that is actually making a major success to just quickly change a username and start a new account. I can understand that, but for the guys like me, I can just go to another one. You know, it won't really have that big impact on anything.
Yeah, until you start making a name for yourself, then you're kind of screwed if you start jumping around the whole time.
Yeah, but I think that's a cool idea. I'd start something like that. Maybe but then I have to draw something. Scratch, you start the thread.
It's fine.
I'm not drawing.
You had a tablet. I had to draw with a pen and paper on a thing and then take a snapshot of it. But
That's fine. That works as well.
But now I'm practicing Illustrator a little bit because I was still stuck on like Paint Shop Pro 8. A software that was made before I matriculated, so that means before 2004.
Yeah, I think if you want to use something that's sort of up to date and free, I think sort of you can either use Paint Tool Sci for painting or GIMP, but for Illustrator type stuff you can use Inkscape.
Yeah, but you know I like vectors.
Yeah, well, Inkscape is vector art, and it's free, so no sort of royalties or whatever.
Yeah, because I'm really a fan of vectors. That's why Paint Shop Pro is so amazing.
Okay.
Because it's so easy to use with a mouse.
I know that, if anything, we can ask Raven to start as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure that she's... But then again, she's actually starting to do something that's really nice, actually. If you've seen her newest post on SouthAfrifur, she's going to start charging for her artwork.
That's good.
Proceeds are going to go to the South-Afrifur convention.
Oh wow, fantastic! That's really
So we should actually start,
Commissioning.
commissioning her and things like that, and start getting that and posting and things like that. Because that's actually pretty awesome. I love her candor for that.
Yeah, that's really cool of her, honestly.
Yeah, I mean she's doing a whole bunch of line art. I mean, she as well. I still remember it was last year when the SouthAfrifur group was actually first started. Her art was, it was alright. It wasn't like, extremely, it wasn't anything technical or anything like that. But I mean, in the time that she spent to actually start practicing and things, she's really gotten very, very good in a very short period of time.
Yeah. Well, SouthAfrifur doesn't start last year. We did, but
No, that's what I meant. The SouthAfrifur WhatsApp group.
Oh yeah, the WhatsApp group. Okay, cool. Yeah, Bandit, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening to you guys talking about artists and ideas, yeah.
Yeah.
Bandit,
Yes.
you haven't joined the SouthAfrifur site, have you?
Not yet.
He didn't know it existed until we told him just now.
Yeah, but I mean, EC should have told you something about it at some point.
No.
Okay. Maybe EC forgot about the site, because I know when I joined the site, I forgot about it for like 7 months.
What is this? Forum.SouthAfrifur.today.
Yes, it's this weird dark brown, black theme
It's
thing.
not brown. Where do you see brown?
Oh, sorry.
Wait, now I gotta look at
It's
this
my
brown.
weird monitor. Sorry.
That's
It's
great.
black.
Yeah, it's grey.
Gray and
No, sorry. It's this Retina screen. It actually doesn't have pitch black.
brown.
Oh.
Sheesh.
Sorry,
Yeah.
it's like first world problems. # humble brag.
It's like the color of the dress, you know.
God, let's not-
No. Don't even. Kane actually just mentioned that. No, it's white and gold.
The site is white and gold.
Fuck off. Go home. Just, I don't know. Like, seriously.
Yeah, this site is white and gold and black. but wait.
# team white and gold.
# team blue and white. I mean blue and black.
It's blue and black. Fuck,
It's
guys.
a blue and black dress.
Anybody that saw white and gold needs to get their mind right. Seriously.
Dude, there's like 60% of the internet that said it was white and gold.
And then
I
60%
know.
of the internet was wrong. So the other 40% is the smart people that saw the right colors.
Oh sure, smart people. People whose white balance is like, you're not the white balance.
Look at this conversation now.
Scratch, you're obviously not gay enough.
Apparently not.
Oh shit. No, yeah, that was kind of an entertaining thing to see on the internet, by the way.
How the
It
internet
was trending for the entire weekend. News sites had picked it up. Everybody was crying
on
about it.
radio.
You know, I replied, "This dress is fucking ugly."
Yeah. It was kind of a fugly dress, I'll give it that much.
No, this is just strange.
And
No.
this reestablishes the idea that Tumblr rules the world.
I wouldn't really say Tumblr, I'd say Reddit.
Yeah.
Reddit is for... No, I'm not even gonna go there, it's okay.
I'm gonna-
Dude,
Reddit
stuff I've seen on Reddit scares me.
I'm
Reddit-
taking a print screen of the site, and if I get any reference with the what's its name of red in there, this means that it's actually not entirely grey. By the way, let's see this. Aha! Oh no, it's grey as fuck. It's 17 red, 17 blue, 17 green.
What did you just do?
What?
I just copy and pasted the site because my screen makes it look a little bit brownish. I don't know why.
And then what did you do?
Then I used the dropper tool to check which color it is.
Go
So
home,
if
you're
you,
drunk.
you saw brown, does it mean you saw Mr. Hanky was there?
It's all the gold text on it and the logo that is a little bit beige. A beige paw print.
By the way, this just in 2 hours ago, Escom increased for 1st of April.
Let's call them tariff increase.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that and...
Direct customers 12.69 and for municipalities 14.25.
Are you serious?
This is
Yeah.
14 now, not 20 anymore.
No, it's 14, but I'm pretty sure that they'll hike it again.
Most likely.
I just wish
That and the petrol price is going up.
Can we get
yeah.
some good news for a change? Like,
No.
you know, the
Absolutely
fire
did.
stopped in Cape Town.
Absolutely not. Good
we
news.
did actually get good news about 3 months ago.
Yeah, and then then the petrol price went up again.
You know, the Sharks won the Chiefs with 1 point.
Yeah, I had 2 of the players sent off with red cards.
Yeah, I saw.
One of them's got
Yeah,
a 4-week
That's
ban.
what you get if, you try to, destroy each other on the field. Just saying.
Yeah, it's common with the Sharks and the Bulls, unfortunately.
Were you guys watching that?
Tell me.
A bandit?
Yes.
Shark supporters?
Yes.
Sucks to be you.
Yes, yes, you're Sharks, yes!
And so is EC, by the way.
They live
Sucks to be
there.
both of you.
You've been transplanted.
That's in rugby.
We're gonna take over South Africa.
Or 2 in rugby. As I said, guys, did you hear that?
EC climb up from the side.
Yeah. Sharks, of course. See?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys
Oh well.
listen?
At least we're all coastal here.
Hmm.
Coastal supporters, that is. I'm
Oh,
talking about the people who are on the stream.
I don't know. How much are you guys into card games? Like things that were more orientated more around Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering gameplay.
Okay, pointing my finger to Scratch.
Yeah. I used to be like horribly addicted to Magic, but I'm recovering.
Okay, cool. EC's actually, if you guys want to have check it out, EC's working on the Forensic card game, if you may have seen about, a little of it. And then
I
there's
was going to
also
mention that.
Flufors that she's working with. Oh, go ahead and ask if you like.
What's the card game called?
There's the one Forensic, and then there's the other one Flufors.
Okay. I will check that out.
Yeah, that's
I'll-
actually pretty epic.
Drop the link for you guys, actually.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Oh, yes. But we'll actually ask EC about it next week, because I'm pretty sure that, like, after all the updates that I made on Facebook and Twitter and where not, yes, Scratch, I've taken over your Twitter job.
If you want.
But yeah, I did, like, with the sort of the changes and things like that, I saw that Raccoon had posted about EC, and he wasn't really impressed, but that's Raccoon for you. He's not on right now, is he?
This is going on YouTube.
Still,
Don't talk
I mean,
about the
thing is-
members on this thing as live.
Yes, I know, but the thing is that he did mention that he was waiting for EC, so That means that there are some
well-
people who are going to be going to be listening next week. Pretty awesome.
So, here's the link for, oh wait, is that, it should pop up. For some reason my stuff isn't appearing on your chat. Hmm?
Wait,
Oddly
now,
enough,
on what chat? On the big chat?
Yeah,
Skype,
on this, stream chat.
it should be popping up.
Should be popping up.
Are you seeing my text?
No.
No.
Okay, we'll drop it in Skype, and one of us will drop it on thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, I did actually recently back a animal-related card game on Kickstarter. Weirdly enough, that was for the oatmeal.
Oh yes, of course. The thing about the cats, right?
Yeah, the exploding
Explosive
kittens.
Exploding kittens, yeah.
Someone just for the lols. I really like the oatmeal and his sense of humor.
Oh, mine is also not sending right now. Sometimes this
Mine
chat.
is.
Sometimes this chat doesn't
I'm
update
asking you.
properly.
Oh,
Yeah,
could not connect to chat room.
Yeah,
okay.
it does that. I don't
I'm
know.
back.
First stream is not like the most stable thing. It could not connect to chat room thing a lot. I don't know why, but we use it because there's furries on here. So
So yay.
I mean, it doesn't help. We did it on Ustream, then we moved to MixLR, and then
Yay for target demographics.
And by the way, this is actually not even a new stream anymore. We just handle it as if it's crazy, because it is.
Yeah, this is sort of our candor.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know when if you guys want to interview EC next week or something, but can actually do a live test, live show, play show over Skype for you guys.
Oh,
sure.
Card game. Of the card game.
Yeah, that forensic card game.
As in, like, with cameras and whatnot.
With the camera showing people playing. We're gonna.
That, with the... We're in the unfortunate position of being in South Africa.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
with all due respect, we would much rather have that taped, and then we can take the raw footage and edit it and put it on our YouTube channel. But
That would
it
be awesome, yeah.
would be a bitch to stream, honestly.
That's actually, we can probably do that. We're having some friends over next week Friday for playtest, so we'll record it and have it off to you guys for that.
Bitchin',
Yeah,
that'll be
great.
awesome.
And then we can send it over, and we can actually, because that's also the other reason why we actually started this, is that, I mean, we want to be able to,
Put video on.
yeah, and also plug the people who are actually from here as much as you guys plug yourselves.
But now we're sitting with just these hundreds of podcasts.
Yeah.
And we want to put video on, and we want to take more video things of stuff and whatnot. And
Things that
furries.
happen at yes, by the way,
I wanted to
those of you who
copy
do have cameras and things like that, don't hesitate to send us footage and things like that, and we'll see what we can do with it. Place it onto the SouthAfrifur site. You know, if you say fursuit or anything like that, that'd also be pretty cool. Then we'll place it on there and sort of get your names out there and whatnot as well.
As long as there's nothing that is completely weird.
Yes, there
Yes,
is
of
there
course.
is video of me missing a tackle on Doge.
Okay.
He dodged out the way and I kind of slipped over. It was fun.
Yes, I see. You can take that video and then you take it, you edit it, and you put it in slow motion, and you put that track in called
Dun, 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 dun.
Gary Glitter's Rock and Roll. That song, you know?
This is so familiar.
That song.
I know what it is. Hey! That one.
Yes.
I know exactly the one.
It's like the song that plays in every scene that goes off, like Ivic just mentioned. And it started with, what was that movie? Meet the Fockers.
Yes.
Oh, it started
That's an
before.
old movie now, eh? You're
Yeah.
Or,
still brilliant.
Are we giving away our age here again?
Dude, everyone knows how old we are.
Dude, what about Meet the Parents? What about Ace Ventura?
Hold
Ace
on.
Ventura
Ace
was
Ventura
legendary.
was awesome.
Hold on. I actually came to the realization, I think it was on a New Year's, like that passed this year, that the release of Aladdin is closer to the moon landing than it is to today.
Yeah. Do you know what is bad? I watched Jurassic Park, the original, in the cinema.
As did I.
I didn't watch it in the cinema, but I watched it when it came out on TV in America.
You watched it in the cinema, Scratch? Oh yeah, but you're not gonna.
Yeah.
But
And then, of
you
course,
had to
there
be
was
underage because I was underage to go in
Yeah.
and watch it.
Then there was the remake of Star Wars that came out in 1998. No, 1996 was the
Yeah.
first one. Watched that when it was on, when they remade it and placed it onto the big screen again. Do you remember, what's it?
You know what is fucking? We know what's
That darn cat?
Oh, sorry.
That darn cat?
Oh yeah.
That one as well.
You know what sucks? It's my best friend's birthday today,
Happy birthday to your best friend!
and he is
Are you getting married?
no. And he is 29, and we just had a long chat about how fucking old we're getting.
Are you getting
Like, because I'm also turning 29 this year, and everybody is like, oh, we're getting so old. Fucking nobody wants to live next year, so they want everything sorted this year so that they can do everything in their 20s still.
Are you getting married? Come on.
I
Just
No.
Yes.
I don't understand what the joke is supposed to be.
yeah, it's maybe I missed the reference or something.
No, it's referencing back to the fact that I asked Bandit about getting married, and
Oh.
now you're saying that you want to finish everything
Okay.
before you're 30. So, are you getting married?
No.
Then get married if you want to do everything before the end of 30.
Woohoo! I'm single at the moment. I broke up with my girlfriend last year. And yes,
So am I.
and
but
I
I
know,
didn't-
and
yeah.
I'm still grieving and going through crap.
Oh, I'm grieving for the last 6 years now.
Actually, I'm not grieving over any shit anymore. I'm just way too busy.
Yeah.
And
So,
actually also
guess
too
what?
busy
All
with.
three of us are single.
I'm also too busy with these with you guys. I should be now out in a place picking up girls.
Napa.
A Ricky Lake episode. Holy shit, when last have I ever heard a reference from Ricky Lake?
Okay, so cool. This is a Ricky Lake episode with apparently the male version of Ellen on it, which is apparently me.
Yes, apparently you are Ellen DeGeneres.
Well, as soon as you start becoming Oprah and giving away free shit, then I'll sort of start listening.
Yes, because Ivic, what is under my chair?
Your feet.
Oh. Hey, imagine I was like a disabled person without feet.
I think Oprah would seriously be like the best drinking buddy. Like you're sitting at the bar, it's like, nah, shit, I don't have a lighter. Look under your chair.
I'm on a booze. Look under your chair. Why do we keep on referring to
You
Oprah
get
with-
shots. You get shots. Everybody gets shots.
Everybody gets shots. Oh, that's so
I
funny.
want to sit down and have a drink with Oprah. I'm just saying.
Just because of that reason.
Yes.
Unless it's like my old, one of the technical managers. There were like 3 technical managers in my old department years ago. And this guy actually, I hate this guy for it because he was the guy that took over our plan to climb Kilimanjaro, and then when we got insourced, he did it, and he went to Everest Base Camp, and he did to that crazy theme park on top of the CN Tower in fucking Nevada. Right?
Look under your...
all my fucking ideas. And anyways, this guy did this once, right? Like, no, everybody have shots, like, freaking get shots. At the year-end fucking function, we went to the Dross there somewhere in Midrand.
Best urine function ever.
And he's like, fucking, we're not saying, no, we have to drive home. Midrand is really far from Krugersdorp, and it's like highway all the way, right? And he insisted. And now, not to upset the damn guy, right? myself and a few colleagues, we said, okay, well, let's do this then. He wasn't our manager, but he was a technical manager for that area. And then
What is this weird jar cookie thing?
We don't have a swear jar cookie thing.
And then when
We're supposed to, but we ate the swear jar.
we ate all the cookies, sorry. and then
Wow.
and then when the bill came, he's like, okay, everybody pay for their drinks, please.
What the hell?
Whoa.
I am fucking dead serious. I won't ever forget that day. I was like, what the hell, dude? How freaking weird are you?
Epic asshole move.
Such a douche.
That was probably the most douchebag move I've ever seen at like sitting at a bar or place like that. I can't even get it over my head. But it's a different character also, because I don't know if it's maybe how people differ from South Africans because he's an Aussie. Right? But I don't know. It's just really weird.
Yeah, you don't offer people shots and then not pay for them. I mean, even like that's the cool thing about like somebody like Yukon. If Yukon wants shots, he wants everybody to have shots. So he buys shots for everyone.
Exactly. Well, when we were out of shots, we started drinking wine with Yukon, which and then I literally ended 2 of his E6 because I didn't have cigarettes.
Well, in fairness, there was one of Yukon's brides ended up. Well, actually, there were 2 Yukon brides that I have most memorable sort of things of. One where we drove back, and I was so wasted that I couldn't. I slept in the car on the way back. Then we still drove back. 10 o'clock in the morning. We woke him up, and he's like, "Cool, let's carry on to the party on a Sunday." And I was just sitting there going, like, "I am hungover, and you want to continue drinking?" And I actually wanted to stay. Second time round, Raven and I left at 5 o'clock in the morning.
5 in the morning.
5 in the morning. We were there drinking from like late in the afternoon till 5 o'clock the next morning, and just like chilling out and doing things like that. So Yukon's brides are pretty epic, but unfortunately his last bride was the beginning of this month because he got a new attendant in, who apparently has wants to bitch about his dog the entire time.
Yeah, see, this is why we don't have people over. People bitch too much.
So,
I'd love to have another bride. It's just that I'm afraid, well, another sort of get-together here. I'm just afraid that the weight of the people on the balcony might just break the balcony.
Talking of which, talking of getting together and stuff. Sorry, Bandit, you want to say something?
yeah, seeing as you're all tossing around drunken stories, what's the weirdest way you've ever woken up from it?
Oh, you don't want to know my story.
You don't want to know mine either.
I have 2, right? But the one is substantially worse than the other one. And the other one is already pretty bad. I woke up on a... What do you call these things? A float?
Float?
Like, it's just a float, like that boats that is actually like an entire house.
Oh, a houseboat.
Catamaran?
Like no, like it's actually just like a floating house.
Yeah.
Houseboat?
The guys, we partied somewhere, and these guys had one of these on a dam called Dam somewhere in Nelspruit. Anyways.
Yes, sir.
And we partied at a place there, and I was so friggin' drunk and I passed out. They put me on this thing and they let it go, and then they drove the boat back, and now I'm on this thing alone. I wake up, they anchored it. I wake up the next morning like, where the fuck am I, and why am I
Feeling seasick all of a sudden.
No, it's a dam. It's very stable. And what the fuck is all this? And why is there water all around me? There's no cell phone reception or anything, and I'm like wondering what the fuck, where do I go? I even considered like climbing off and swimming back to the lodge. That was bad, right? But it was way further than I expected. So when they actually finally freaking came to get me, I realized that is way further than expected. I probably waited there for like 2 to 3 hours.
Oh shit.
The other part is in Potchefstroom. I just we partied and whatnot, and I just blanked out entirely. And I wake up, and this is like the worst place to wake up. And just like the float thing is, it's never fucking good to wake up and you don't know where you are, or you can't remember what happened, right? And I wake up and a train wakes me up, passing by, right? And I remember the place where we partied at, it wasn't near any fucking trains. Wake up and I see I'm actually in a room and shit, and then I was just so drunk, and they put me in a car and then drove me to another side of Potch next to the railway. Right, and there's a house there, but the one guy lives there. I didn't know that. But it's still fucking creepy to wake up like that.
Well, I know that one of our other furs they were also visiting at a dam. Apparently, he woke up. They put him onto one of those inflatable mattresses, and they floated him to the middle of the dam. He woke up like that.
Okay, that's actually worse than mine. I at least had a nice thingy, home thingy. It's like a building.
For me, I always used to make it all the way home, like that or not. Sometimes I had to be carried, but the worst one for me was I woke up next to my ex at the time. I was completely naked. She was completely naked. And my roommate was actually had come back early, 2 days earlier than we expected him to.
Nice.
That was very awkward for me.
I wonder why.
Yeah, he was sleeping. I woke up and I was like, "Oh, this isn't awkward. Where are my clothes?"
I don't think it's a good thing we share these stories. People are gonna think we're out of control.
We're so out of control.
We cry.
Yes. And like Victor says, Victor's next braai is on the 3rd of April. Nice. That'll be awesome.
Okay, so you have a braai on the 3rd of April, and this is what I'm getting at. Myself and Scratch has been talking, and we know that the Cape Townian people also try to line up some things and whatnot. We're thinking of doing another meetup at the Hollow Tree. Right? And I am thinking of maybe posting it on the site and getting this organized so that it can be done this upcoming weekend. If it's possible. Scratch, what are you doing Saturday?
Nothing on Saturday. I think I had something going on Friday, but I'm going to cancel that.
So keep that schedule open on Saturday, please, so that we can maybe do something like this. And the reason why we need to attend these meets now, and Bandit, maybe if I don't know how many furs you're doing the card thing on Friday, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be out of all the entire group playing on the Friday coming. It's going to be 3 furs.
Out of that concept, you guys, I don't know how much we think about, or how much you guys actually. Okay, you don't know about the forum, but we are planning the convention type of thing next year, and we want to actually we're starting to figuring that we need to engage to first directly in regards of this, because not everybody is looking at the forums, not everybody's replying on the forums. If you register on that forum, you'll see that there's an entire section on it dedicated to conventions, right? Convention 2016.
If you haven't joined yet, you can actually see it straight up from it's open to
it's open to the public, yes. So in that there's some conversation and stuff in it. If it's TLDR, don't read it, just read the other things. But because there's one section where it's completely gotten haywire, but anyways, it's...
Got a little bit derailed, yeah.
It derailed a little bit, but yes, so we are planning on doing a local South Africa furry convention in... Bloem. And the reason why in Bloem, so that everybody has to drive the equal distance. That's it. Or sort of the equal distance. And that nobody can go home when they're not feeling well. Not to sound aggressive in any way of that, but it is actually part of the plan, is to have people get away from the house into a furry convention thing. And we know that it's possible. We know that, there are some fur meets that happened via the WhatsApp group, just quickly, oh man, come over to my house for a braai, and then 25 furry speech. We had that happen, so...
That's the same thing with us. The second last braai was 26 people. We needed one more person to to actually beat the largest like braai
Record.
record. Yeah.
You should have went and like dragged a neighbor to your house or something.
No. That actually happened at one of Wolfriz's braais. Randomly, we were partying, and the people across the road were partying. They still don't party until they started finding out that we were creepy.
Alright. And another thing is, we're also doing some major research in conventions and getting the whole thing planned and whatnot. Remember, we call it a convention, but it's actually just a big get-together because there's not enough artists to throw a blown convention. There's not there's not panels. There's not enough fursuiters. We can't hold a furry parade unless we want 5 people in fursuits walking across the street. You know what I mean. It's basically a big gathering, but it's going to be an organized gathering, such as there's going to be a person that's going to talk, there's going to be music, there's going to be a braai, we're talking about all the aspects of all the entertainment things. There might be some board and card games and stuff like that for the people that wants to indulge in that, etc. We're still planning this whole thing out in the entertainment area and what people want to do and what they don't want to do, and what they want to see and what they don't want to see.
Yeah.
So it's going to be organized. That's basically why we're referring to it as a convention, so that we can actually start calling it something.
Yeah, you know, give it a name so it can be popular.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that we can actually say, yes, we've done this. And that furries can say, yes, I've attended a convention. It was probably not as big as Anthrocon, but I attended one.
Remember, we're not aiming for Anthrocon, we're aiming for Camp Feral.
Yes, and Camp Feral also started exactly like we started. So it's not weird to call it a convention, even though it's just this gathering group.
Yeah. One of the sort of like, buying points that, considering that it'll be at a university, which is sort of our main place that we were thinking about, is that we could actually call it, you know, FAU. Or no, ZAU.
There is a convention called FAU. So.
Or ZAFU.
Something like that.
SouthAfrifur University.
Nah.
Oh, we'll come up with a name. Remember, we need a theme, so there's my theme idea.
Remember, I am totally forgotten about universities.
I love this fact that, you know, Yote is actually just continually saying no and no, yes, furry you, but the thing is, it has to be ZAFrifur.
Remember, FAU is, I think it's Furaffinity United.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, which is actually a con.
Yep.
Furry's gone wild.
Nope.
No. Anyway, so we've gone over our time quite well here.
Yeah, it's starting to get sleepy here.
Sleepy.
Sleepy.
Yeah, so we might have to end.
Yeah.
But it's good talking to you, Bandit. You're great.
It was great talking to you guys too. It was actually very fun.
Yes, it's good to have other people from other parts of the world online. Even though it's this part of the world, and we've chatted to like Shia, and we've chatted with like people internationally, but it's almost as if the east side of South Africa
exists.
Yeah, now it exists. See, it exists. Not that it never had. It's just now we know it exists.
Well, yeah, honestly, with my side, even here, it's very few furs that I actually know. I know of one in Cape Town, besides the guys that you guys have heard about now. And there's 3 besides myself here in near Port Elizabeth area that I know about.
If we can put it like this. If we can put it like this, there are in and above 40-something furs in Johannesburg that are very active.
Yeah.
In Cape Town, there's probably about 30, 35, 25.
No, definitely in the 30s. It's just that they go in different parts. Some just remain on the forum. Some is on the WhatsApp groups. Some is on only some of the WhatsApp groups. And some is not on anything.
Some on the only on the not safe for work WhatsApp groups.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think we're talking about. I think we can hit 40 active furs in Cape Town alone.
Yeah, well, I mean, if that's the case, I think there's about 66 up here, but I'm not necessarily sure about how active they are.
No. Yeah, it depends.
Yeah. So in total, I'd say about 100 active furs over across the entire thing, and I mean, again, like our minimum is 50.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Which is going to be hard, and this is why we need to engage a few guys to get
Engaging
you to go.
now.
To get you guys
Lock
to go.
in.
Not
Put the
marrying,
email
just
boards in the
engaging.
airport together. What?
Not marrying, just engaging.
Aww. In any case, so that was actually what I was going to ask you, Inpw. Would you marry me?
No,
Damn it.
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, but mine aren't obvious. we can, I don't know, you just
And on
live
that
in the house.
That bombshell.
Scratch?
Yeah.
Will you marry me?
No.
Damn it!
Stop randomly proposing to people in this frickin' podcast.
Coach, will you marry me? There you go, see, he's not on the podcast.
Jeez.
Anyway, yes, on that bombshell, greetings are one of yours duties.
Alright, let me see who was online tonight. Well, firstly, thanks a lot, Bandit, for joining us. Like we said, it was awesome having you on and giving us some clarity. And it's good that we can indoctrinate someone new into the local fandom, of course.
Well, the further outside local fandom, yes.
True. Thanks to Victor and Kane and Yoke for listening in. Who else was online?
EC had a little pop on.
EC, thanks a lot for joining in. We hope to speak to you soon, maybe next week, maybe sometime else. We'll see. Was there anybody else in today's?
I hope your toe gets better, EC.
Yeah, get better soon.
Oh, a lot of the first went here today. I think they're confused. They're probably going to start listening in at 10.
So in about 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'm not gonna sit there and greet them.
Hello, you missed it. Bye. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm out. Cheers, guys. Thanks for listening in. See you next Wednesday or Sunday. Remember, we have still that maybe Wednesday sometimes thing.
Yeah, Wednesday still maybe sometimes, but we will let you know.
Cool.
We'll put out news beforehand.
Sayonara, and I'll actually be keeping up with Ivic to know when you guys are going on, so I'll be joining you guys in the chat.
Cool
Thanks a lot.
beans. Alright, okay, but yeah.